What's up, losers? I'll turn off my hand cam. I don't know why my hand looks so red. Not gonna look into that right now. I might be getting a 3D printer, and I thought that I should try making some stuff to print. I made a little list of anything I could think of just offhand that I'm not happy with, like mechanically or whatever, in the house that I could make something to possibly fix it. One thing is webcam attachment. For the mouse cam I just had, it literally flops over the lip of the screen. I'll just pull up a Paints document. Great, it's teeny. Resize 1920. Not linked. Oh my god, 1080. Is that too big? Pixels, sorry. 1920. I think I literally could have done this faster with Epic Pen. Well, just for the sake of it, I'm gonna pull up Epic Pen because we've got a much wider use case scenario for what I need specifically. Up on my nose. I'll pull up chat. Okay. So, my monitor is, this is the corner of the monitor. It has a big old, it has a pretty thick border. Oh, undo. Button wasn't doing anything. It's got a pretty thick border. It's a very old monitor. It takes VGA. But even though it's so thick, my webcam doesn't, it's supposed to be facing me, which normally, like, this is the webcam attachment, like, hooks onto the corner of the screen. And the webcam would, it has like a point of rotation, like sits, oh my god, I did this wrong still. There you go, it's got a point of rotation, and it sits out here. I'm making it look so fucking ginormous. Either way, but because I have it pointed down at my keyboard, it's like this instead, and my eye cannot see an annoying amount of the screen, just because that's like where, you know, file, edit, and render are and stuff. But specifically for OBS, which I always have over there. So if I could make something to, I do have to pull out a second one. Ugh. Oh god. Oh my goodness gracious. Also, it sounds like I broke something on that keyboard. I have duplicates of this webcam, so luckily I don't have to pull that one down just to like get some reference data. Yeah. I love that I have duplicates. It's so silly. These are literal exact duplicates, but one of them has a logo on them and one of them doesn't, which is just funny. Make it so there's no glare. Yeah. Either way, they're exactly the same, or so heinously close to exactly the same. Oh my god! I gotta get up and look. Okay, the one I have up there seems to be the one with the logo on it, but I'll probably make my tolerances enough where it could fit either of these. Also got a lot of check on. Oh gosh, I got too much fucking shit, bruh. But it's shit that I specifically use. Okay, man, these drawings don't make any sense unless you have the description I just gave. Okay, so the plan we take a photo of this bad boy. No, I should probably just look at it. I was thinking about like making a duplicate of one of these in the fucking app in Blender. I don't think all that is necessary though. I think we just look at this and see how would be a good way to hold this, especially if it can articulate left and right or something. That might be a bit complicated. I'm having some rough ideas. First I was thinking, you know, if you just have two plates spinning against each other. Oh my god, the back button does not work. Oh, and then it works all of a sudden. Okay, this is the bottom plate, and then we got a second one on top that just loosely spins. Like, that doesn't sound like that good of a connection. It would work. I don't know if I want to or need to put this much effort into it. Because could I use this for other things? Like, I want to put its webcam up on my TV, but it's really annoying to mount to that. So yes, it could be worth making this articulatable. Let's do some market research. We're going to pull up. I'm gonna set some of this stuff aside so it's not in my way. I'm gonna pull up things. I don't know. 3D model database. Just hide you. They really fucked up that window. It didn't show this whole rectangle before, but nowadays it does. Okay. I think it's Thingiverse. I think Thingiverse has the most things. And then I'm going to look up. Oh my god, did I? Search. Yo, what's happening here? Okay. Search for camera. Put in camera. Not tripod, but like. Let's just put in tripod and see what comes up. Because one of them might have what I'm talking about. I'm looking for. Ooh, tripod head. That might be the exact term, like, thing I'm looking for. And we are getting some. This one looks like it has the most articulatability. Be the most articulatable. For some reason, that word is seeming off in my mouth. But it could just look like that. Something like this would definitely be, but I don't like that form factor. But that might be the best we can get, you know, with 3D printing, which is fine. But I just want to see our options. Let's see this one. So assembly required. It's got pitch in each direction separately. So go like this and go like this, up and down, which sounds annoying, and it can rotate this way. So it has all three, but it just looks chunkily done. I think that might be the only way it's possible. Let's see what other people have done. We know that that one works, even though it's chunky. So the other ones are probably just going to be holders. This one's got like a literal camera shoe. I think the tri-ball might be the best, just because it's the simplest. Lock repair. I need to do a repair. One of the other things in my notes for something we could do is our selfie stick fix. Part of it broke, cracked, tragic. That's crazy. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that. If that works, that is crazy. I feel like it'd be so hard to get your tolerances right on each of those balls, and then still the wear, I feel like, would creep up quick. Didn't know there's ads. This looks like a whole ass camera mount system, which could be cool. But I'm thinking that this one, the tripod ball, will probably be the one. We're gonna do. Yeah, because like this is good if I'm doing something off of a table or on a table, but specifically for my purposes. I also already have like tripods and shit that can do this. So I don't need this, and what I need is not that large. Let's give it a few more. Universal phone tripod mount. I'm guessing it's this thing and not any of this part. It's my crazy guess. Okay. Yeah, it's looking like the ball head is the move. Get this shit out of here. Also, so many less parts. Also, you can just make it like heinously thick if it needs to hold something heavier. See, mine does not need to hold anything this heavy. I actually do have not something this heavy, but probably like half that weight, which is still heavier than a webcam. It does have a decent amount of assembly. These plastic screws. So I'm just trying to see which parts of which. This still might be too complicated. This feels too complicated. I wonder if I still have that. Right box. We love right box. Kill yourself. I'm not reading all that. Okay, so if we pull this up, if we have a ball and it goes up here to our tripod mounting. This isn't our quarter 20. This is just for example. Obviously we're gonna have our we could make a quarter 20 like ball mount thing and then have a separate thing that adapts the webcam to quarter 20, which would be a little much if I was just trying to do the webcam, but I also have other webcams which have quarter 20s, so that's a good idea. Either way, so the ball is held, it's captured, like these, and to stop it from moving, it has to clamp, like the capture points have to clamp. And I think this guy, not this guy, yeah, this is, this guy has a thing going which is like exactly what I was just talking about. And he really made it simple, which I love. Okay, let's keep this up. Let's put that over there though. Yeah, this one, it looks like he's got just a lot more things than necessary. So like this attaches to this with this screw, and you have this one part, which maybe it couldn't be printed as one part because it wouldn't be strong. That's the only thing only reason I could think of. And then this, what the hell is this? There's just okay. Here's like what is all this? So his idea is it's not a bad idea, but to pinch the walls on the ball, he wants to shift this mechanism up, which will push the ball up into the walls, and it's shifted by moving this screw against this wall, which will move it up like a tectonic plate. Which I'm so sorry. I'm gonna show you what I'm thinking, and you're gonna see. I mean, you're gonna see why I'm being so dramatic with explaining why this seems like a bad idea. Could you not just? We're gonna go top down. Have the ball. Have a clamp system. We're gonna do this rough at first. Have your clamp system, and then just have it like come out and have one screw through here that pulls the clamp like this. Could you not do this with one piece of plastic and one probably plastic screw? The question is, would you only have one plane's worth of in your XYZ, would you only have one plane's worth of connection to the ball? So would it like only be around here, when this guy's could be more connection? I think we have to start making stuff to find out. So it's garbage. I was originally gonna use Blender, and it still looks like not that hard. You know what? Fuck it. We'll use it. I want to use fucking SketchUp because I'm fairly sure I can do it with this simple of a project, but I should really like learn Blender. So we're trying to pull up a pictures. I need to send a pictures. No, I don't need a picture now. Really, only thing we would need is a general size of what it's clamping to. Got my trusty tape measure. I'm going to measure all three of the monitors I have here, which one is a new monitor, one's an old monitor, and one's a TV. So we're going to get a wide range. Cool. Damn, okay. This is interesting. They're all similar but different. Who could have guessed? The differences are border thickness, so the screen here, you guys get it, and then this is the plastic. So how much my lip can go over. We do have like a minimum for that. I do still think the mechanism, like the sit on the TV, I kind of was thinking if there was some way to clamp it. And I just don't know that there is. If this is what we're clamping to, side profile, this is generally what the shape of these things are. Indeterminate amount of outwards here. So you have something here. It's got to come back. I guess if it just comes back, the problem was there's not a lot to clamp to. This is not a lot to clamp to. You're not going to have much integrity. You know, if I'm just wiggling off of this little bit, it's not going to be that steady. But if I'm holding the whole part and wiggling, much more steady. That's what I'm trying to say. And I wasn't sure how I would overcome that, but I just had an idea, which is just, what if we just use gravity and leverage, and we make this kind of like oddly large, but in this way it is most stable. Yes. So my first thought was, if this just comes out really far, what you making? I'm trying to make something. You know how webcams will. let me hold my handy name. Okay, they'll like go like this on the edge of your monitor. Well, I need it to be raised up a decent bit, and I want it to be able to take these webcams, or even I've got other webcams with 1/4-20 mounts. And so I've just got like a small place to connect to, so I'm probably just gonna have to do some funky stuff. And my funky stuff idea was to leverage off this point and then make the weight. We definitely have to have some connection here. It could be here, it could be here, but either way, to have the mass, or a mass, we could literally put like a metal marble or something in here to weigh it down, and then whatever attachment. We literally just need like a 1/4-20 raised up. We have here, with our ball mount that we're thinking about. I should be able to fuck around with it a little bit without Like, I should be able to do each of these designs separately. And also, I am not going to do the learning process because I do just kind of want to smash through these, so we are going to be using SketchUp. Me trying to learn a new program. Also me, I kind of need to get this shit done. Okay, we're going to have him here so I have something to rotate off of. We're just going to reference off of my smallest border. And if I get a better monitor in the future with thinner borders, sucks to suck, I guess. I'm fairly sure the TV border is larger, but I didn't actually look. Yeah, it's fucking ginormous. Okay, don't need to worry about that one. One thing we will need to worry about, though, is the quality of my TV I just noticed. Like, the border might be shaped like this, and then this is the screen, which means we might not be able to have, like, a direct 90-degree for our plastic piece. We might literally want, like, a... And this is what we did for our laptop stand, too. Like, a point of contact, and then comes out, so it can fit different weird monitor bezels. It doesn't need to be this dramatic, but we might need to do something like that. So, what was it, a 1/4 inch? It's like a 1/3 inch, but I don't like using... Oh, centimeters. Does this have centimeters on it? Fuck me and my stupid measuring tape. Let's see. Let's go! Bro, I might need to replace this measuring tape. I always had like a small one next to my desk and shit for other measurements, but it's just inches, which, you know, I use inches for measuring certain things like construction and stuff, but for computer-aided design or whatnot, I usually use centimeters. So how many centimeters is this? 1 centimeter. It's that easy. See, and centimeters, that's why I love centimeters. They're just like perfectly small. Man, why did I do that? Okay. Where's the hand? Is the hand H? I gotta figure out my buttons again. Okay, you can move over. Okay, you can move over again. Just put you over here. No, we're just gonna close this for now. Perfect. It's that simple. I thought you could pan, but maybe that's an older version. Got zoom. Oh, is this fucking scroll? Does it get bigger? What is this? Hold up. I saw that. Okay. There was some stuff that was getting very slightly cropped out at the bottom here. Can edit it? Oh my god, what was that? What am I editing? I think shit's tweaking. I don't think the edit thing does anything. Oh, you can just drag them. Okay. There might not be a hand, guys. There might just be weird scrolling, zooming, and whatnot. Okay, we'll take that out. So 1 centimeter. I'm gonna come here, gonna go up. We're gonna change our fucking preferences so it's not to inches. Fairly sure we can do that. If not, we're taking this L. Just loading it up. I don't know if this is the project settings. I forgot I did these ones. I didn't even save this yet. Mike, no. Sup, Jeremiah? I'm trying to 3D model something and I have to learn where everything in the app is again. It's definitely on this right side. Is it the inspector? Oh, I also forgot that it like opens all of the tabs at once. Hold up. Does it toggle tabs? How do you close the tabs is my question. Materials, styles, tags, shadows, scenes, display, model info, length units. We're getting there. Format, centimeters, precision for centimeters, probably just down to 2 decimal points. Okay, so now if I do this, we can type in a centimeter value. This is right here, what I was looking at earlier. So we can just put in 1, and that is exactly 1 centimeter tall. And the backside is indeterminate. So we have to make probably some just pivoting system. For now, I'm just going to put a 1 that way. And yeah, we'll just make a square. This will be our laptop corner reference. So. I think for the best, not only connection, since 1 centimeter is not a lot. Ooh, can you draw on this? No, not really. I'm talking about like sketching. For the best connection, I think the idea is we go long. So we stretch along the rim of the monitor. And probably not too far, but just like enough to get some connection. And then we can, it's okay if we've got like a really small connection point. I do think using a rounded edge would be the move. It's my laptop stand. Just because it actually could be dangerous for slippage. I don't know. Because if it's like that, could bump over this pretty easy, question mark. So do we do a sharp angle? Problem is sharp angles just can tend to look lazy and boring. I think we just have to do really small curves. It's like a 1/2 centimeter circle there. Measure, that's not it. Garbage, put this away. Measurement, what can we measure here? Can we measure a circle or make a circle? See, I think we might be making a circle here. Oh, I remember what to do. So we're gonna take this, gonna measure, let's make a circle for reference. That's what we can do. Just so I can get a grasp. Get a grip, brother. Okay. It is dumb that this doesn't pop out to other shapes, but whatever. Circle. There we go. I want it on this axis. We just want to kind of get some size vibes. So this would be the same size as the border, and if we go to, really annoying that it's like not, oh, it's because the snapping's on. Okay, there we go. If we put this to this, that's half the size. I think half the size is good. I'm also fairly sure that if we move this and it touches it, it will connect to it. So let's find out, because I don't want that. Okay, brother. Don't know why you're not connecting to this. Okay, let's see if, yeah. So we can't do that. Which means we'll just have to make these measurements instead of actual blocks, which is not a bad thing. Delete. 1 centimeter. Yes, yes, yes. 1 centimeter. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And then we can go up by point. See, that's why we need more precision. Okay, we'll turn it up. We'll turn it up high. We're going up towards blue, but we're only going up 0.0. Oh, what is half of 0.25? I'm tripping. Just because I haven't looked at it in a bit. 0.25 divided by 2. 0.125, yeah. It's like, I know it's some decimal that's not unfamiliar. Okay, 0.125. That looks too small. Let's find out. So if I take this and I move it. Oh, I'm stupid. Me when I'm stupid alert? Because the circle has a radius of 0.25 and it's totally 0.5. So we can just go up to 0.25 instead of 0.125. 0.25. Okay, now we move this. Don't know what I just did, but that was interesting. Yeah, sure. Online. Can I get it on the axis? Can I, like, move this shit out of the way? Sure. Oh, the snapping's on. Length snapping off. There we go. No. Okay. We're getting back into it. Is there any snapping now? Is that how this works? Why is it not attaching to this blue line? Okay, maybe we have to put... I hate that it doesn't attach to the origin. Okay, we have to make a measurement tool at the origin so that we can now lock this onto the origin. How needlessly obtuse. But we're cooking. And I want this part where it's torquing off of the laptop screen to be smaller, mostly because I don't want everything to be this thin. That doesn't sound like it would work for a 3D print. And also I do have to take into account how this will be printed, because right now I'm making like a long thin L shape that will sit on the thing, but it goes long this way, which means if I print that with this being the base, like this flat side, a lot of opportunity for print failure. So I'll probably have to set it with like this being the base, which means I have to be careful with these angles that I'm doing so they're not weird. I don't actually think that'll be too much of a problem because they're not going to be like far from right angles to each other. So I think we don't do that. The garbage, put that away, grab this, delete this. So we've got our first connecting point. The next question is, how big do we want our general circles to be? I think 1 makes sense, like just the size of that. 1 centimeter circles. Opening this every time is cringe. 1. Okay, so I meant to put 0.5 because we're doing the radius. 0.5. Radius? Diameter? They really made those some weird words that I'm not going to remember. I think it's radius. Circumference, that's the one that's round. For some reason, radius feels like it should be circumference. That's why I was tweaking on main. So we will want this somewhere over here. Preferably above this line of where the monitor would be. Oh, well, I never really thought about that. I think we don't want it to be above. Ugh. How would that torque off this? 1 second. Let's bring this back up to this level. How would that torque off of it? So I've got my computer screen. I've got this teeny connection point. It does still have to rest at some point on a corner on the front. Even if it does have a bracket here. Or I guess if it's fixed, No, it doesn't need to connect. It will inevitably hit it. So we probably want it coming down at an angle. Whatever we do here. So we'll put the circle there. We'll have it come down at an angle. And then we'll have a fixed. I think even if we have it fixed, that shouldn't be a problem. Because we're never going to have a TV that's like above a certain width. The screen is never going to be like, here's what I'm trying to show. If the screen is this big and it's like this, it'll go, that'll be the angle. Let's go use a different color. But if the screen is, didn't change color, crazy. If the screen is fucking thick and I use that exact same angle, which obviously I can't do with my eyeballs, but it'd be like this, which still isn't that bad. As long as we have a weight in the back to keep this torqued. Yeah. And that's really what we're doing. We're trying to make something that fits a maximal amount of devices. I think I'm going to just turn the view off because I do want to keep this here. We'll remove that because this is just key information that I will probably forget, especially since I have to play Fortnite in a bit. Oh, bro, my ass cheeks, they're dying. Okay. So really the question is, what do we want these angles to be? And because I swear there was a hand tool. Wait, hold up. Oh, this is a hand tool. It just looks really fucking weird. Or a pan tool. Okay, this is what we wanted. We love the pan tool. It's H. Since the angle that this could be at is random, we really just want to lock down this angle to an angle I like. What do we want to use for the weight system? I don't think having a honking log of plastic of 3D printed mess back here is the move. I actually think that we make an attachment point. We make like a this part and a this part and a this part, and then we use some off-the-shelf rod to connect it. Just because that'll be stronger, especially it'll be stronger, thinner, and lighter, which is all the stuff we love. Of course, we don't like things that are assembled. You know, a one-part print, so much simpler for the end user. But I think we'll cook that up once we get there. So actually, let's indicate to myself. Oops, sorry. Do that, this. Which parts I will need. I will need something here. And I only want something here so that I don't just have a rod like hitting. Really, realistically, this is also just a rounded thing. We love putting generally rounded objects against an unknown. If we don't know what the edge surface is going to be exactly, like its angle, you just put a rounded thing and it can pivot around it. It's the best. We love rounded shit. Okay, but that will, I make the blue stuff and I make connections for the purple things. We could let's see Menards. We just need a general hardware start. That's not, I thought it would be Menards. And then like just a general normal piece of like rod that can be bought anywhere. Like if you can make this with fucking number 2 pencils, that's trill. We love that. But the weight system, nobody cares. Let me search rod. Hey, show me rod. what's the thickness? Is there like a answer to this question? 5 variations available. Man, this is some dog shit descriptions. Maybe we need, what's let me look up. Engineering parts list. There was some 3D modeling app I used which had like a place for nuts and bolts and gears. But you can like buy it straight from the site. But I think we just use Menards because it's literally in my back door. I can just drive there, and I like that instead of buying it offline. Let's just open this and see what it says. 1/4 inch by 36 inch. So that would be probably too wide. Actually, 1/4 inch. That sounds trill. 1/4 inch by 36 inches for $275. Steel rod. That sounds like more than I'd ever like. We're not gonna be using 36 inches of rod. We're not gonna be using this much rod. So for $257, I just lopped that bitch in half a bit. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that sounds trill. So we'll just assume we're using a 1/4 inch steel rod. Oh, I bet they don't even have metric. Let's see. These are all inches, but I know that 1/4 inch is close to some other centimeter value. Eighth inch, 5 6 half inch. Okay. Let's just I think it's like 7/16 or something. 1/4 into cm, 6.635 centimeters. So we just make it. We make our hole for it 0.64 wide or something. 0.65 sounds good, mostly because the centimeter tolerance, you know. I don't want it to be a super tight fit, but it does have to like stick at the end. So maybe I taper right at the end so it kind of fits in there. That sounds like a plan. Okay, let's pull a paint document up so I can reference this. Why is this new? Why are you making this random ass garbage size 256 by 256? Did this earlier. Resize 19 pixels. Kill me 19, 20, 1080. Okay. So what we're gonna do is pretty much just transfer over what we've done in this, so that because I'm not gonna have this up forever, but I should have a document where I have some sketching up. Grab a brush, blue. That was my middle mouse button. It's criminal that it would do that. Is there anything different about the middle mouse button compared to normal use? It doesn't look like it. Where did my shit just go? Great application, guys. Okay, let's zoom in a bit. So it'll go like this. Ish. And it will receive a rod, which we will draw in. I do this way too big. Rod in red. Like knocked my scroll button barely, and it tweaked out for real. Rod in red. sure good enough. This really doesn't matter how specific I am, just to show the point of what we're doing. I'll have some capture point here, which will round off to that, and then we'll have I'm just gonna make this a big old hunkin' block for now. Which it might have to be like robust. So we got that. We can delete this, close this application entirely. And then make a little diagram. So let's say this is where the rod comes in. It's going to go with it pretty much the same for a long time, which will be 0.65 centimeters. Okay. And then it's a, you can just put it to 0.63, 64, 62, 0.625. I like that. Little taper. Taper to, this is dramatized, I don't know the words I'm looking for, to 0.625 centimeters. Okay. Those might be the only like mission critical things we need. Monitor camera attachment. Okay. Oh, let's bring it back. Sketch up. Okay. Bro, I always feel like I'm out of breath or something. Maybe I'm always out of breath or something. Need to do my cardio, but my knees are broken. Really not the vibe. The fuck? Me when this line is supremely off. How did I even get there? Well, it's 1 centimeter. Thank you. We can take this and select this and delete it and put this over on there. Okay, now we should think of what angle we want. It's got to be more than 90. So this would be 90, yes. Does it need to be more than, I think it needs to be more than 90 and like, I have to figure out what angle, do I need to know what angle this comes off at? I don't think I do, because they're all separate pieces. That's my right angle. It's gonna be less than that, regardless. Because even if a right angle, oh my god, we need to pull up EpicPen again, guys. See, most of it is me just like explaining it to the class and not being able to like sketch except on my computer. If I just had a notepad, this show would be mad easy. If it is an exact right angle here, when it hits the corner of this, it'll be angled down. But that doesn't account for like weird bevels necessarily. So if we had it angled out here and it's a 90 degree, that doesn't work. So what angle do we need? Something like that. So we just have to guesstimate what this angle is. Do we put this at 45? It doesn't really matter. You know what we'll do? Let's turn this on. And then we can just mimic that angle. Do we have bad bitches on my line? Is it Fortnite time? Thicky booty, I'm on. Okay, well, guys, we did little to nothing, but I feel like I am more prepared to work on the project when we get there. We're working out the gist of it. But, you know, from starting from nothing, I think we're doing pretty good. Either way, I'm stopping the stream, playing